Mark Davis, first of all, reflections on the 4 days.
Well, obviously we lost a lot of time to rain, which was disappointing. But to come out today and both teams be keen to put a game on, I think was really encouraging because it was going to peter out for a draw. And I think having spoke to Dawson and Colonel and Brownie, etc., we decided that was the best option to play a game. So at the end of the day, we could have won it. We were 4 wickets short, but I thought we did particularly well to get them 6 down on the last day.
How do those negotiations start? Is it a mutual thing?
A little bit. I mean, obviously, when you lose that amount of time, it makes sense to discuss a couple of things and see if we can actually get a game of cricket and get our players playing under pressure, because that's the objective of county cricket, is to get people playing under pressure and see how they respond to the pressure. So it's always good to set a game up and make it interesting for everyone and hopefully get some points on the back of it as well.
Yeah, and how important was that really, I guess, a draw in a sense, wasn't a lot of use to either side, really?
Well, not really, but then again, we've only played 7 games in the campaign. You know, there's 7 left, so there's a lot of cricket left. You know, we're only halfway through. So as much as points are important, it's not imperative at this stage that you win, but it would be nice to have won, and I think we gave every single thing that we could have given out there to get them 6 down, and we came pretty close.
Let's talk about highlights of the game and start with Luke Wright, relieved of the skipper and a terrific innings.
He played really well. You know, he came out there and he played aggressively, and that's the way we want him to play. And he took the attack to the bowlers as well, and so happy for him because he's actually been hitting the ball really, really well. And to get the reward for hitting the ball well was nice to see him get 100.
Luke spoke a lot about the relief of not having the skippering on his mind. Is that something you're seeing, sort of not just when he's batting, but around the camp as well?
I mean, he's just a really lovely lad, so it's nice to see him smiling and happy and really enjoying his cricket. And sometimes the captaincy can be a burden, and as you say, it seems to have lifted, and he seems to be playing and enjoying his cricket, so it's nice to see him in that space.
Ben Brown taking over the gloves and taking over the captaincy. In terms of that captaincy issue, was that automatic once Ben was fit to play?
Well, he was the vice captain of the team, so yes, I think he's somebody with exceptional leadership capability. He's obviously very young in his leadership career, but he's certainly got all the attributes to become a very good leader at the club. And he did exceptionally well in this game. You know, it was quite challenging to come off and on for rain, etc., and try and set a game up and obviously try and win a game. So I thought he did very, very well.
The big talking point will, of course, be the pink ball. What was your thoughts on the pink ball, Mark?
Well, quite surprising, because we trained under lights here 2 nights before we started the game, and the ball did sort of zip around quite a lot. And then on day one, when it was new, it was quite hard work to score against. It sort of swung a little bit and nipped around a bit, and then it became really, really flat and soft and became quite easy to bat against. But then again, quite hard to hit as well, so it got quite soft quite quickly. So it was sort of almost a tale of 2 halves, really. It was quite hard when the ball was new to bat against, and then became really, really slow and quite sort of turgid, really. So quite an interesting ball. Certainly, you know, it's the first time it's been done, so it's something to look at and something to obviously learn from.
Would you think there's more work to be done on the ball?
I think so. I think we need to keep the ball hard, because it then keeps the batters in the game. It keeps the bowlers in the game as well. You know, for the ball to die like it did, it became so soft and really hard work to get anything out of the surface. Even for the spinners, you know, when the ball's hard, it gripped and spun quite nicely, but the moment it got soft, it really, really stopped and became really, really slow. So you don't want it to be too slow, because then it defeats playing the likes of our 4 quicks, if you like. You know, it negates them to a large degree, and also you can't hit the ball because it's so soft, and you can stop people scoring. So, you know, if they got the ball hard and develop the ball a little bit more, who knows, it might work.
It's been an experiment. Is it something you'd like to see repeated, Mark?
Look, I'm very open to it. I'm not going to say it's a disaster, whatever the case is. I'm not going to say it's a huge success, really. I just think it's a good innovation. It's good to see where we are. It's good to see where the crowds are. Unfortunately, with the rain around, there wouldn't have been a lot of people come down to the cricket anyway, so it's quite hard to tell from a spectator point of view if more people would come and watch in the evening, because the weather's been so poor. So once again, not a great week to have the pink ball, but there you go, it's been done, and hopefully we can learn from it and get better at obviously putting that type of cricket on.
Moving ahead, Arundel next week. What are your thoughts looking ahead to the festival at Arundel? Well,
obviously a great place to play, a fantastic ground, a very picturesque ground, and quintessential sort of English cricket ground. So always a great place to go to. We obviously played there a couple of weeks ago against South Africa A. We had great success with our 2 spinners, so we'll see what they produce. We'll obviously have a look at it, because it can be really slow and low down there as well. It can be, if there's a bit of rain around, it can be quite green and nippy, so we'll have to have a look and see what the wicket is. And then obviously adapt our team to what pitch we get down there.
Avisa Candy bowled very well there against South Africa A. He picked up, I think, 6 wickets in match 5 in the second innings. Would he be in contention for playing in that game as well?
He certainly would be. You know, I thought he bowled particularly well in this game as well. You know, for a young seamer to walk out there and play his first championship game, I thought he certainly didn't look out of place, and he bowled really well. So I'm really proud of the way he bowled, and really happy for him, because he puts a lot of work in, and he got the rewards this game. Maybe not the amount of wickets he wanted, but certainly on that sort of pitch, I thought he bowled very well.
You've been very attacking in your selections. I guess with Northamptonshire winning in this round as well, you've got to look to win games, I guess, now, Mark.
Did they win, did they?
Yes, they did.
Did
by
they just
2
sneak
runs.
home? By 2 runs, oh,
Yeah.
there you go. We're following that game to the end. I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
I think so. You know, you want to. I think we have been attacking all season, and we'll continue being attacking. So we want to win games, and I think to get yourself up in the league, you have to win games, because that's where the points are. So, you know, I don't think we've ever not tried to win games this season, and we'll keep doing that.